Game preview here at Harriman High School, sponsored by the Harriman High School football coaches and our fine quarterback club, Harriman Cablevision, 92Q, Earl Duff Subaru, Central Auto Supply, Deluxe Cleaners, and our fine Johnson's Healthcare Center here in Harriman. It's been a big week here at Harriman High School getting ready for tonight's matchup for game number 5 against the Meigs County Tigers. Students and faculty have done an outstanding job this week. One of the best seasons that I have seen in my time here at Harriman High School. They've all worked real well. We've had a lot of activities for our students. Our faculty has supported all of our programs and activities. Throughout the week, we've had certain types of days for hats, t-shirts, clothes, and then we had our parade last evening down Harriman, had a good turnout, a lot of participants, and then today, Big Blue Day. We had an outstanding day today in preparing for tonight's game with an outstanding pep rally this afternoon. Tonight's game is game number 5 for both the Meigs County Tigers and the Harriman High School Blue Devils. The Blue Devils have 4 wins and no losses coming into tonight's game, with wins over Midway, Wartburg, Madisonville, and last week a big game up at Scott County. District-wise, they're number 2, have 2 wins, no losses, and are now presently tied with Rockwood for the number 1 position. Tonight's game is not a district matchup for the Tigers. They too have had a good season, for 3 wins against 1 loss, which was against Madisonville. They had a big win last week over McMinn Central. You can look for the Tigers to run from a wing T, running a 5-0 and 6-0 defense. You can look for outstanding play from number 34, Meadows, number 14, Lamb. And watching their pregame warm-ups, you can also see some good punt kicking for the Tigers. For the Blue Devils, Lewis and Boyd were injured last week with an ankle and hip. They will possibly see limited action tonight. So, other than that, all of the Blue Devils are in good shape. In a few moments, we're going to have the kickoff, but before we do, let me give you the starting lineup for the Blue Devils. At quarterback, number 6, Wayne Bullard. At right back, number 4, Mark Boyd. His other partner at running back, number 3, Jermaine Copeland. And at fullback, number 35, Mike Lewis. On the line, it's split in, number 88, Travis Weld. His other cohort at tight end, number 48, Nathan Atkinson. At offensive tackle, number 76, Shane McCarroll. His partner, number 54, Stephen Gresham. Offensive guard positions, number 50, Tom Schubert. Offensive guard position, his partner, number 51, Joe Long. And at center, number 60, Marcus Tilson. On the defense tonight, at defensive ends, you will see number 35, Mike Lewis, and number 62, Shane Hall. In the defensive tackles positions, you will see number 76, Shane McCarroll, and number 60, Marcus Tilson. In the middle man, we call him the nose man, number 54, Stephen Gresham. Linebackers, number 32, Chris Randolph, and number 51, Joe Long. At the strong safety, number 3, Jermaine Copeland. Free safety, number 6, Wayne Bullard. And at the corners, number 4, Mark Boyd, and number 26, Britt Wright. So that's the lineup for head coach Steve Hart, assistants Gary Bailey, Mark Wattenbarger, and Bobby Clark. The coming activities here at Harriman High School, which will be following in just a few moments. We will see the highlights of the crowning of the queen. Following that, we will have the toss of the coin, and then we'll have the kickoff. So we'll be right back in a few moments with a break for our sponsors.
The brand name Parts House, Central Auto Parts, 134 East Cumberland Avenue in Kingston and Highway 27 in Harriman. Wheels, accessories, car care products, and friendly, knowledgeable personnel to help you with that hard-to-find part. We're open Monday through Saturday from 8:30 until 5:30. And Sunday, we're even open from 1 till 3. Call us anytime in Kingston at 376-6523 or in Harriman at 882-6700. Central Auto Parts, the brand name Parts House in Harriman and Kingston. Those phone numbers 376-6523, Harriman 882-6700.
Subarus, and we have a great selection to choose from at Earl Duff Subaru, Highway 27 in South Harriman. Number 1 in customer satisfaction, sales, and service in the Southeast region, and number 4 in the United States. Stop in and see the latest big selection of Subaru Legacies that they have in stock for you to look at and test drive. You'll be amazed at this luxury automobile that is sweeping the nation in customer satisfaction and sales. Financing is available at Earl Duff Subaru. Phone number 882-0113. Earl Duff Subaru, Highway 27 in South Harriman. Your Subaru dealer for this area.
Good morning, sports fans. Welcome to our Saturday morning Blue Devil show. We're coming to you live here in our local Harriman cable vision. This is Channel 15. This is our Saturday morning preview of our Blue Devil review from our previous game. It's homecoming, Coach Hart and Coach Bailey at Harriman High School 1992. We had a fantastic week preparing the Blue Devils, including the students and faculty and our community. It's been one of the best homecoming festivities that I have seen in some time at Harriman High School.
Yeah, I thought, rode through town on Wednesday or Thursday this week, and most of the stores are decorated, and we did a lot of things at school, and the kids were excited, and it was a big week for all of us.
We realize that this is game number 5 for the Blue Devils, and it is hard at times for coaches to keep players and morale, and especially for injuries up in your high school play. And I feel like that our coaching staff here at Harriman High School has done an outstanding job. And your comments about that before we get into the game.
Well, I thought, Meigs County had a good football team, and a lot of people kind of downplayed them some, and they were 3-1. Lost to Madisonville, which, if you looked at the film, actually should have won the football game, and they're quick. They got 2 good backs. And, we played a tough ball game last week, and big homecoming activities and lots of things on your mind. And main thing was we won a football game. I thought the first half we played pretty good football. We had a little letdown in the second half, but, you can attribute some of that to Meigs County. They're a pretty good football team.
You don't sell this team short. And, we talked earlier about that.
Right.
We had some injuries in last week's game up at Scott County. Mike Lewis injured an ankle. He's been a sort of kind of half speed this week. Mark Boyd had a hip injury, and he played limited action last night. He was not at full speed, and so these are things we have to deal with in high school football.
We had some kids filled in for these guys and did a good job, and we're practicing. I was proud of our team. When you keep this unbeaten thing going, there's a lot of pressure on you.
A lot of pressure on these.
The kids, did a good job.
Now we're going to kick off the ball game here in just a few moments. To our fans out there and our people in the community, whenever we complete our discussion and showing the highlights of last night's ball game with Meigs County, then we're going to show the homecoming festivities and some tape that we have taken this past week, Mrs. Me and Mr. Me, and we're going to let our people see what went on last week. So let's pick up on our ball game. Harriman won the toss. We elected to kick off to Meigs County. So here we go.
Good kick by Steve Gresham. This number 34 from Meigs County Meadows kid is a real tough runner and real good coverage, Coach Bowden.
We're going to start out in the 50, Coach. That was excellent coverage that we got there. It's kind of been one of our weaknesses. We worked on it a little bit more this week. Trying to work on it every week there, and it's just getting a little bit better. We got to cover the ball. We're in a 50 here. Just a little dive play on their part. We pretty well stuffed it up here. We played an excellent first half defensive game, Coach. We had a couple breakdowns in the second half. It wasn't our team. It was the defensive coach's fault. I had a terrible call in there one time.
Notice they come back with a no huddle here. Third down, picks up 9-7, very little yardage. Our defense was alert on the no huddle play here.
They tried to no huddle us and hurry us up here at the first series.
It's 3rd down and 7.
Tried to run a reverse here, and the kids did a real good job.
I couldn't make out who that was on the tackle.
Shane
Shane
kind of stopped it. I don't know who made the tackle, but
that was excellent right there. We were sitting right there waiting, playing our spots we were supposed to be, and it works out good when you do that.
Meigs County had a pretty good punter, one of the best punters we've seen so far this season.
he kept the ball away from us, and we ended up pretty good field position here. And this is a real good drive right here. We got the ball in.
Picks up 1st and 10 on the 36-yard line.
Main Copeland on the sweep. Good block, Mike Lewis and Joe Long. Real good job. Randolph out in front.
First play of our series. Copeland on a nice run. 1st and 10 on our 48-yard line.
Mike Lewis here, good running football.
See him stiff arm that defensive player there.
Good trap by Tom Schubert.
So now another good run. Copeland added by Lewis. Picks up another 1st down. The ball now is somewhere along about the 34-yard line in the Tiger territory.
Copeland again. Good block down front, pick up 2 or 3 yards on that play.
Another pickup, probably about 2nd down 5, ball on the 29-yard line. Watch number 35.
Lewis run the ball hard again.
Notice that, I've noticed all season long, he's got that extra effort. When a defensive tackle or halfback hits him, he tries to get that extra 2 to 3 yards.
Mike runs the ball hard.
Watch a sweep here by Copeland.
We actually dropped the ball and bounced back up to him. We were lucky there. That's good. This time we got some of those plays.
So 2nd down 3, we're somewhere down about 12. Looks like Lewis is up the middle and hit by the center of the line from the Tigers there.
They did a good job defensively there.
We got 3rd down 4.
Mark Boyd carry.
Picks up about 2, so it's 4th down and 2, and we're going to go for it. 4th down and 2. Pick up action here now. Let's see what happens. Coming in from the 12-yard line, Copeland takes it in for the TD.
That's a good job of running the ball and picking out where the hole was, and he just turned it back up inside on the sweep.
Well, that's good pickup on Copeland's part, where you can see it. Let's look at it again. You can see pitch out, bang, right there.
A good block. I don't know who made that block. I believe it was Mike Lewis, but it was a good block out front.
So he picked up, rather than to run to the outside, he saw the hole, came to the inside. It's a good run. So picks up first TD here, 12-yard run. Gresham's going to attempt the extra point. Got the snap, it's down. It's good. So the Blue Devils, with 7 or 6:48 left to go, leading the Tigers 7-0. So we had our drive was real good. Some little action there with our cheerleaders. Do a fantastic job for our school. Now we're going to kick back off to the Tigers. for their second possession.
There were some good things. You know, we had a few penalties last week, offsides. Seemed like it went the other way this week. They were called for legal procedure on this kickoff.
Where I was sitting, I was right on the line, and I was watching it, and people that were around, we were talking about the same thing about last week. So you see the official here giving the penalty against the Tigers, so that's a 5-yard penalty. So we're going to take it over and kick it 5 yards. Another shot at it again.
Meigs County's always dangerous on the kick returns, as we found out last year.
Gresham kicks it down to about the 18, somewhere along there or the 6, and they run it back to the 18-yard line. So it's 1st and 10 for the Tigers now in their second series.
Good job of coming up here. Guy cuts back and is good pursuit angles, Coach Bailey.
We tried to work on it, Coach. I believe that was Meadows. He's a real good runner. He can stop and he cuts back against the grain like some of our runners do. And if you over pursue or you're out of position, he's gone.
That was a good play by Shane McCarroll.
Sure was. That was an excellent play right there with Shane. I thought last night, Coach, that Shane maybe had his best defensive game of the season.
Shane has been a consistent football player all season long.
Done an excellent job for us on offense. He may be our best offensive blocker this year. Last night he had a real good defensive game. He's just getting better each week.
That right there was their biggest pass play of the game.
Yeah, sure was.
Pass out to the flat there to Meadows, who you will see he was one of the biggest horses that they have in their backfield. Good pursuit here.
They were trying to run a little Utah pass.
The boy just stayed stationary instead of coming up in. I'm not sure that he could have came up there. We had real good penetration there and had him locked up before he could even attempt to come to the line.
Pretty good coverage right there.
Good
Almost
coverage.
intercepted.
Sure was.
Brett Wright.
Brent's got a ball for us in about every game. I don't believe he got one last night, but he's got one for us about in every game. And that's one of the big differences in our defense this year, I believe, coaches. We've been able to pick off a few of those passes instead of going all the way on us this year.
That was a good play there. That was a 3rd down play and 3rd and about 8, and defense did a good job stopping that.
The thing our coach is that the pursuit. You could see we must have had about 5 boys around that guy that time.
Hunter again does a pretty good job.
I was trying to think last night. I don't believe our punters have been able to field a punt in the last 2 games. They just don't want to punt to us too much anymore.
They kept it away from us last night. So the Blue Devils now pick up 1st and 10 on their own 37.
Mike Lewis again.
Picks up about 2, 2nd down and 8. We'll try to come back and pass on this next play now. Bullard does. You got
Too much pursuit.
Too much. They come in there.
They fired both their backers on us.
Right.
We didn't pick. They probably had us outnumbered in there. I don't think in that case that we'd have enough people in there to pick up 4 men.
We had a loss of about 7, so it brings up 3rd down and 18. Blue Devils now want to break the huddle on 3rd down. This is a very key play right here to try to pick up a 1st down. It's either that or turn it over. Randolph, looks like.
Yeah, Randolph on the carry, and they stop us here, so we have to punt.
So it's 4th down, 15. Gresham in to punt for the Blue Devils.
Gets off a good punt. Steve punted well last night. Good coverage.
Ball rolls dead. Blue Devils down it on about the 32-yard line.
We're back in our 50, Coach. We played. I don't think we got in a 40 at all last night. Or any. We ran a little 5-3, and then a couple times we got in a little 70 when they got down close, and we just in the base 50 last night.
A little pass there was incomplete. They coming back here for a run.
They're number 40 also. I don't know
That's
his name.
Lamb.
He's another good football player they have. Here they are on the option.
Come up.
Come up.
Good job.
Now you got 3rd down and 6.
It was Joe Long was in on
Long,
that.
Randolph,
Maybe Mark Boyd. I can't remember who was in there.
coming again.
Britt Wright.
We jumped off and then jumped back on. What they were trying to do was to get us to jump off sides, Coach.
We did a good job last night.
Sure
They tried
did.
it twice, and we stayed on side, and we tried it once, and they jumped off side. So
That's correct. And
It used to be the kiss of death for us right there.
previous games,
we got a
come
little
up
better
and
at
they pulled it on us and we jumped off sides. That's good thinking and good reaction on the Blue Devils' part. So evidently we're into the second quarter.
we just started second quarter.
Just picked up on the second quarter there.
We kind of got ourselves in a hole right here. We have to get it out. We fumbled the football here, and we were lucky to get it back.
Boy, if they'd recovered that, we would have been in trouble right quick. Like they could have come back and tied us back up again.
Brings up 2nd down, and again, when you're inside your 10, you got to be careful what you're doing. I believe that's Mike Lewis.
Lewis on a carry, picks up about 3 yards. It's 3rd down and 7. Now pick up on number 6, quarterback Wayne Bullard on this next play.
Wayne does a good job here. Gets the 1st down and gets us out of the hole.
It's a good run out to the 21-yard line. We're going to take a break for our sponsors right now, and we'll be back picking up 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils.
Professional dry cleaning service is Deluxe Dry Cleaners, located in Harriman, Rockwood, Oliver Springs, and Kingston. Now, they specialize not only in dry cleaning, but Deluxe Dry Cleaners has a laundry service too, and alterations are available. Deluxe Dry Cleaners, where Monday through Wednesday you can get a 20% discount. That's Deluxe Dry Cleaners in Harriman, Rockwood, Oliver Springs, and Kingston. Deluxe Dry Cleaners, your professional dry cleaning service. Deluxe Dry Cleaners.
At Johnson's Healthcare Center, you will find professional, personal, and loving service for your loved ones. At Johnson's Healthcare Center, you will also find a modern, clean, up-to-date facility that provides the ultimate in care and comfort, and you will find skilled and individualized care, therapeutic diet, and well-rounded activities. There is a quality staff willing to go the extra mile to make Johnson Healthcare a home away from home. Johnson's Healthcare Center is located at the foot of beautiful Walden Ridge and provides a serene and comfortable environment for everyone. Call them today at 882-9159.
Coach, we're going to pick up action now in just a moment for the second quarter. Blue Devils in the first quarter on a good drive, takes it in, 12 yards for the touchdown, leading 7-0. Now we're going to pick up action now in the second quarter. It's 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils on the 21-yard line.
I'll say this much. That's Mark Boyd on the carry. I'll say this much for Meigs County. They're pretty quick up front.
They're the quickest team up front we've faced this year. They're not. They may be one of the smaller teams that we faced this year, but they are definitely
They
the
come off the
quickest.
ball real good.
Number 75, Iron, he really played a game for him last night. See him? He liked to mess that one up bad.
It's
It's
Randolph
on a pitch. So it brings up 2nd down and 11. I want you to watch Copeland now, number 3 here. Bang. Watch him slide off. There he goes around in.
Good job. Keep your legs driving.
He didn't give up that extra effort, so he could have give up there. They'd pulled him down in line, but he slid off and picked up extra yards. 3rd down and 3 on the 40. Bullard now. on a keeper. Got a fake handoff, come back into the line, and it was all
I
crowded.
think we had a face mask there. We didn't get that call.
So it's 4th down. Now, watch this one now. 4th down. Now, what are we going to try to do? 4th down and 2. Watch the man in the middle. Does that look familiar to you, Coach Bailey?
Oh, yes. We managed
We were
to do that
happy
a
to
few
get
times.
somebody else on that.
Yeah.
That is good. Time of bounce, fair play. Okay. That's all right. So we pulled them off. We needed 2 yards. We got 5, so it's 1st down for the Blue Devils now on the 46-yard line. I want you to watch number 35, Mike Lewis now. Watch him. Broke the tackle into the secondary. Good hard run.
Good run.
Good job blocking up
Good
front.
job up
Come
front.
across the field, brings it down into the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils here. Pick up on Bullard now on a keeper. Good run, watch him. Picks his places to go. Tries to get outside, does a good job. Unfortunately, flag day. Got a penalty here, we're holding. So brought back, as you can see here.
We had 2 penalties in the ball game, and they were in pretty key situations. They probably, that hurt us. Actually, kept us from putting them away one time.
I'll have to say that on penalties, Harriman High School last night is the best game that we've had with fewer penalties than any that we've had so far. The boys did a good job. So it's 1st now. The ball on the 47-yard line. Lewis on a handoff now. Brings up about 2nd and 5. 5:49 left remaining in the 2nd period.
This first half of this game went by pretty quick.
Sure did.
No, the first quarter did.
Very few penalties. Action moved fast.
Wayne Bullard again on the option.
We need to get some of them Terra jerseys, don't we, Coach?
Right. I don't know if those are legal anymore.
No, afraid not. Bullard on a rollout keeper brings up 3rd down 4 on 29. Got to get some adjustments made, tying shoes here so players can play again. Now he's ready to line it up.
It's officials' duties to make sure every kid's got their equipment set, so it'll stop the clock there.
I'm going to go with Copeland on a quick pitch. There he goes, number 3. Tries to get outside. Look at that fast pursuit, what you were talking about there, Coach Bailey, how fast they were.
Yeah, they're quick.
So it's 4th down and 6. Since we're down inside the 40, we're going to go for it, Coach. Try for a pass. Bang.
They did a good job, but again on.
Now, what you saw there is not a flag. That's a beanbag where the official throws it down to mark the ball.
Well, what we did good there, because we took that ball on our own 10, back
it
up
out,
against them.
right.
We drove it out and where we got room to play with them instead of
This is their number 40. He
That's
is a
it.
real tough runner, and
That's
you
that
got
Lamb boy. He
you
did a
got
good
to lock
job.
up.
1st and 10 on the 49. And pick up again. Watch number 40
I
again.
believe they
coming
changed
through
jerseys on that guy, Coach. We kept looking for the
14.
14, so he's
there. See? The extra effort. Broke that tackle. It's hard to get down here. So it's 2nd down and 1. And watch 54 here for the Big Blue Devils.
this was a big play. They kind of had things
They thought it
kind
had
of
it
going
going.
their way, and
Bang!
Steve
Look at
Gresham
there.
does a good job, and I believe Marcus was over there too.
Marcus Tilson was in there with him. Did a good job. Loss of 3, 3rd down and 3.
We stained them that time, Coach, and we caught them that time.
Good coverage there.
Coach,
Sure was
our
good.
secondary has just done an excellent job this year. I mean, that is.
Was that Brett Wright, or I don't know who that was.
Steve was Brent, but I'm not.
Brings up 4th down and 3. Now they're trying to pull us offside, Coach, again. Here we go. See?
we said
Hey.
it.
Cool-handed Luke. Those boys on the line just sat down there and just held their patience and saw what happened, and they decided, well, we better call timeout here.
This is real important, you know, with a minute 48 left. We did one good thing we did in the first half. We held them and
Look here. Good pursuit.
job,
Shane Hall.
Shane Hall.
Right, good job.
That was a big play.
Very big play right
See,
there.
that was 4th down and 3.
And we get the ball back on the 50-yard line with a minute 48 and get the ball in the end zone.
They should have had a guard. And that was bootleg, I believe, Coach. They should have a guard coming up on him. Possibly interior of our defense have got him clogged up where he couldn't get out there.
Nice pass from Copeland to Bullard. Bullard makes a great catch. Good run here.
We thought he was gone. I was already hollering, said, give him 6, and then this fella come in and
Coach
pulled
was
him down.
fired. Coach Hart was fired up too. I believe I was down on at the 15-yard line.
I saw you down there. I saw you.
Had to hurry and get back across supposed to be.
We try to help him as best we can sometimes. We get a little excited. I get excited.
Maybe Coach Cart had to let down his get-back coaching.
Yeah, Coach Clark's supposed to keep me back
Now,
on the 30 there.
Let's run that one back again, and I want to show this extra effort here.
Yeah, it's real good.
On Wayne Bullard now. We're down inside the 5-yard line, and he just got through running the ball with a nice pass catch there and brings it down to scoring range. Watch him. Watch him. Bang.
Good effort.
Good effort. Extra effort. See there? Good play. Wayne Bullard, give him 6.
Wayne's probably one of our finest conditioned athletes we have, Coach. I mean, you know, you make a big run like that, and a lot of people's got to have take a little blow, but Wayne gets the ball, sucks it up, pounds it in the end zone.
We're lining up now for the extra point.
And this almost turned into a big play for against us here.
It's important to make these things, and they get
down.
They break a guy through
And
and
right through
block
there,
it.
on the left inside.
So this is with about 46 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Blue Devils now leading 13-0. We're going to kick off to them now. Actually, they're going to try to come back and do whatever they can do to try to get a quick 6 on us here before the halftime.
Again, you know, this Meta's kid for them is a good runner.
We let Taylor there, Coach chased him down from the rear. They stayed after him, kept fighting on downfield, caught up with him. That's a good job.
So pass, good coverage. Good coverage. You know, there's 30, 40 seconds left, and just trying to keep them from getting a long one on you. They're going to throw the double pass. And here again, watch this hit.
Bang. 54.
Steve Gresham.
Steve Gresham on a good pursuit there.
I believe Steve, it kind of looked like a screen there, and Steve kind of had it smelled out, and it was sticking back in there with the offensive line, and he came up there.
It's a good job by Nathan Atkinson right here. He turned them back inside, and then Shane McCarroll does a good job to get out there and make the tackle.
I noticed he put the shoulder in there where he's supposed to put it in there.
Now, you're talking about a defensive tackle coming over there and making a tackle on a quick pitch. That's a good job.
Sure
That's
did.
a good
He was
job.
quick and is an outstanding job. Now, so it's halftime now for the Meigs County Tigers. Blue Devils are leading 13-0 at the halftime. We're going to take a break for our sponsors, and we'll be right back picking up action in the third quarter.
The brand name Parts House, Central Auto Parts, 134 East Cumberland Avenue in Kingston and Highway 27 in Harriman. Wheels, accessories, car care products, and friendly, knowledgeable personnel to help you with that hard-to-find part. We're open Monday through Saturday from 8:30 until 5:30. And Sunday, we're even open from 1 till 3. Call us anytime in Kingston at 376-6523 or in Harriman at 882-6700. Central Auto Parts, the brand name Parts House in Harriman and Kingston. Those phone numbers 376-6523, Harriman 882-6700.
Subarus, and we have a great selection to choose from at Earl Duff Subaru, Highway 27 in South Harriman. Number 1 in customer satisfaction, sales, and service in the Southeast region, and number 4 in the United States. Stop in and see the latest big selection of Subaru Legacies that they have in stock for you to look at and test drive. you'll be amazed at this luxury automobile that is sweeping the nation in customer satisfaction and sales. Financing is available at Earl Duff Subaru. Phone number 882-0113. Earl Duff Subaru, Highway 27 in South Harriman. Your Subaru dealer for this area.
Coach Hart, we're coming back live now to the second half of our ball game with Meigs County. Blue Devils leading 13-0. We had to make some changes on our football players' numbers at halftime, so let's give our sports fans an update as to what numbers they're to be looking for.
We had to change a couple of jerseys. Referees told me at halftime that a couple of our kids had their jerseys cut off, and they had rib protectors, and you can't have pads showing. And so Mike Lewis was 35, and we changed his number to 42, and who was the other one? Chris Randolph was 32, and we had to change his number to number 5. Joe Long, we had to change his, but we had an extra jersey on him, same number, so his was okay. So you may see a couple of different numbers here, and we'll try to keep up with them.
Okay, now, keep in mind we won the toss at the beginning of the ball game. We elected to defer at that particular time, so the Blue Devils has decided to receive the ball beginning in the third quarter. So let's pick up action. Third quarter, Blue Devils leading 13-0.
We talked about this at halftime. They were going to try onside kick, and they did a good job, and we recovered it. And I don't know who got the ball there. We got the ball back.
Looks like Jason Taylor to me, Coach, I believe. He did an excellent job anyway. You know,
I know Jason was in there on one of them. They tried again here later on, and it's a good job of getting on it.
Sure was. So Blue Devils pick up action, 1st and 10 on their own 45-yard line.
Well, they have a stun on, and we failed to pick it up. And they came out in the second half, and they were fired up.
They sure were. They were really ready to come to play, to get after us, and they did the second half. So we lost on that about second down 20.
We got a legal procedure. I'm not questionable.
As to what happened on that, it indicated like we was offsides. Give us a 5-yard penalty, so it makes it second down about 25 now. Pick up on Lewis, carrying a ball. Bang. Right up the middle. They were waiting for us. Good pursuit on defense there. They picked up no gain. Third down, long yardage here. Keep in mind, these Tigers come out fired up. I mean, was ready to play this third quarter. Come back, try to pass.
We missed a block there, and they made the tackle. So I think so. Fourth down, we'll get punt formation.
We'll turn it over now.
If I'm not mistaken, Steve gets a real good punt off here.
Gets a good punt here.
Referee said the guy didn't touch the ball, so we'll see. That's what the referee said.
Well, the people in front of me heard what I had to say. I said it ought to be Blue Devils' ball, but the boy touched it, and it should be a free ball when that happens, but they saw it differently, so that's the one that counts, not the sideline referee.
So we get the ball on the 20-yard line.
On the 17-yard line. Quarterback keeper here.
They fumble a football, and we recover, and I don't know who recovered for us. Good job, whoever. Randolph. I believe Randolph.
Yeah, number 5, Coach. Takes a minute to remember.
You got to remember those numbers now. I'm used to looking at their other numbers.
It's 1st and 10 now. Looks like the Blue Devils on the 17 now.
They're just stunning. We're just not picking it up.
Bullard came around, picked up no gain. Trying to get outside the end there. Picks up no gain, so it's second down 10. Got a little reverse here by Boyd. Number 75 picks up, waiting for him there. Picks up third down, about 13.
we were trying to throw the screen here, and they had our receiver was holding them from the time the play started, which is actually illegal, but wasn't called. I'm glad Mr. Cole keeps up with these plays. I can't remember the plays we called here, but Mr. Cole does a good job keeping up with them throughout the game. Try to throw the pass here, and we just get too much penetration.
Quarterback sacked on the play there, and they came through on us, so they shut us down there. So the Tigers going to take over. 6:37 remaining in the third period. 1st and 10 on their own 24-yard line.
They were, like I say, they came out in the second half and were pretty fired up. And
This Meadows boy, now we talked about a moment ago, is a threat. He's a good football athlete from Meigs County. He's one of their big horses that they have in the backfield, as you're going to see here in a minute. 1st and 10 now. Watch him. Up the middle. Breaks to the outside. Down the field. Boyd trying to pick up coverage.
we just kind of took ourselves out of that one.
A stunt there. We fired Gresham, I believe, to the left. Our middle linebacker went to the right. They double teamed. It looked like on Steve in there. And they were just off to the races. We just took our boys didn't. The coach did. I did. It was my fault.
We'll look at it again now. Pick up action now.
I believe the Meadows boys, I don't believe the hole was
He kind of went a little bit wider.
a little bit wider than he was
Broke.
gone.
Keep in mind, Boyd, too, has had a hip corner. And you can see there that he wasn't able to full speed to get after him. So 6:14 remaining. It's 13-6. They're going to line up instead of go for one. They're going to line up and try to go for two with a little razzle-dazzle pass here.
Yeah,
That's what I call it, a little razzle-dazzle.
This was a big play for them.
Sure
you know,
was.
They put it within 4 points.
You know, we missed the extra point. They blocked it down there. It can mean the difference in a ball game.
I don't believe I've ever seen them kick extra point. It seems like every film we saw, they either faked it or whatever.
Well, you see, that's what they were doing. They faked the extra point, and the ball came to the holder, and he jumped up, threw it to the man on the side, and had a fellow breaking down in the end zone, down in the corner, and that's where he threw the ball.
They try onside kick again, and we get it.
Now this one, this one came out of there. It hit somebody, and I mean, really ricocheted off somebody, didn't it, Coach Bailey?
Yeah, and Taylor lately jumped on that ball over there. He saved us twice to where it looks like. We like to play Taylor a lot more than we do. He's doing us a good job. He's coming on. He's somebody we're really counting on to be with us here next year and in a few years to come. And he's getting better all the time, doing a good job for us.
Picks up now 2nd down and 11. Watch a little pass here to Randolph. Let's see what action we pick up here.
Just a little quick pass to Randolph out there, and makes a good run, picks up about 15 yards.
That's good play to call our coach. That corner backed off back over there. You couldn't even see him in the picture, so that's a good call there.
So it's 1st and 10 now on the Tiger 42-yard line. We'll pick up with Copeland, number 3, on a pitch.
Good cut back.
He does a good job there. They're just a quick football team.
Well, they had the pursuit. He was trying to find a way to get out, but naturally they just kept pursuing him on out. So there's no gain. 2nd down, 10. Picks up now, the ball handed off to Lewis.
Good job blocking. I didn't know we fumbled the ball.
Well, I didn't either. It was away from him. Next thing I knew that they'd fumbled.
Steve Gresham and Nathan Axon both were right there on it.
All right.
Again, that's a good call, Coach. They were stunting in there, and we just stunted it right. You just ran it right by them there.
You notice you got a flanker out here on the left. You got 3rd down, 7 on the 38. We're going to call timeout here, or you call timeout, Coach. And we need to go out and talk to the boys here.
We had a play called I didn't feel very good about, so we made a change here.
And I think they changed the defense on you, too.
They did.
Yeah.
It kind of worked out both ways.
Bullard, number 6.
Our line did a good job that time
On a
picking
keeper.
people out.
So it's 2:55 remaining, 4th down and 2 on the 34-yard line. Now watch Bullard number 6 again on a key. Fakes, tries to get outside, does. Good pursuit though.
Good job by Wayne getting the first down.
Sure did.
That was a
But
big
that was a
first
big
down.
play. See, you got 4th down and 2. If they'd have stopped you, that'd been it. So that was a good key play there. So now it's 1st down at the 19.
I believe that was Lewis again.
Lewis, 2nd down and 9. Keep in mind now we're still in the 3rd quarter and time's beginning to run out here. Now we're going to go with Copeland on a quick pitch.
We got some linemen getting downfield, Coach. Doing a good job, Joe Long.
Joe Long, he hustles, Coach. He gives it 100%. Joe had a little flu virus here or something. He's been a little sick on us here last week or two, and it comes time to play football, he sucks it up and goes.
Now watch this play here.
This was
Good block down that field. Good block.
Good job, and we're got it on the 2, but this is one of our 2 penalties.
Picks up and takes it down. A good run. It was a hard run. And we pick up a penalty. Like you say, this is our 2nd penalty that we get. And then, of course, they bring it back. We're down on the goal line. And we're holding. So it's another 2nd down here now. And, of course, plus the penalty. And we'll pick back up action now. Ball's back now about the 27-yard line. Going to do the same thing again.
Wayne Bullard
Good
again.
run. Trying to pick his holes.
There's some good downfield block. Travis
Yes, there
Webb
is.
doing a good
Those
job.
things
there.
don't
Downfield
happen.
block.
So that brings to close the end of the 3rd quarter. So the Blue Devils now are leading 13-8. And we've already changed the ends of the field.
It's a 4th down.
4th down
play.
try. It's on a pass. It's incomplete. A little bit overthrown. So the Tigers take over. 1st and 10. On the 13-yard line.
You know, scores 13-8 right here, and they're still pretty fired up.
They're fired up. If they could break it, they could be back in the ball game and could be ahead.
But I thought our kids really kind of came alive right here.
What's this pursuit for
It's
the
a
Blue
good
Devils?
job right here.
Coach Bailey, they did a good
Brett
job.
Wright did a good job turning it in, and we had good pursuit. I don't know who I was over there, but I know it was good pursuit. They
They
You
don't
got a
want
bunch of
they
picks
were
up here.
Canadian league there. Can't, 2 people. Can't
Everybody's
go in
going
motion.
all different directions. You only have 1 man in motion in the backfield, and they had 2. Both going either direction. So you got a penalty coming up here.
We declined that penalty
Right.
because it made it 4th down.
So that made it go to 4th down and yardage for them. So then they're going to have to turn it back over to us. So they're going to line up. There's the penalty been assessed to them. Now they're lining up punt formation. Notice the fella's standing on about almost the goal line. Gets the punt away, gets a good punt here.
You see the ball just seemed to bounce away from us every time.
It just,
We didn't get to roll.
We
We
didn't
needed
get
to return one. So with 10 minutes left, it's still 13-8, and this is a good run. Good job blocking up front. That's Jermaine Copeland. I believe Mike Lewis leading him, and it's a real good block.
these runs don't happen unless some fellas up front are knocking somebody down, and that's what they were doing.
It's Mike Lewis. He just keeps driving and
See
picks
that?
up 3 or 4 more yards.
So they had him there, and he spun off of it and kept after it. Got another 3 to 4. Good job.
Found out this week, Coach, what Mr. Lewis's nickname was. So we had a little fun out of that in practice.
This was a good job right here. Blocking, we kind of maybe cut it up inside too quick, but we still got people out front, and I like that.
We got
It's a good job by our coach.
Wayne Buller does
Buller
another
on the
good
keeper.
job.
He ran that all night long.
I mean, they've got all those people inside stunting them. When you got them all inside stunting them, you have to give up something somewhere. So they're giving it up on our outside.
There's Wayne again. But we got the ball. You know, this was a good drive right here.
This was a
Scores
real good
13-8, you know,
Yeah.
and kids,
Well, they come out fired up the third quarter, see, and then
yeah, we again, you know, that was a big play for them. So we got to get things back together.
We had it set up then, Coach. It was really
We got a little bit more pressure than we needed.
Yeah.
So this brings up fourth down. Jermaine Copeland does a good job here, gets away from one pursuer, throws a good pass to Mark Boyd in the end zone for touchdown.
let's look at that one again.
Jermaine did an excellent job here of finding his receiver. You know, he was, I was kind of watching him, and he looked for another receiver, and he did a great job. He looked, and the guy came off a mark, and he turned and threw it.
So you got all kinds of Blue Devil hands up back there wanting to say, hey, I'm open, whatever, and there he was in the corner. Good job.
I think one thing that really set that play up, they were looking for the quarterback throwback.
Right.
And
Can we
that,
throw that? Can we run that back one time? Again.
Their secondary all comes up there to cover him, and that just leaves Mark standing back there. The biggest problem was I was afraid Mark was going to run out of the end zone there before he catch that ball.
Run out of the state.
Yeah.
Sure was.
I think Mike Lewis does a real good job block. He
Bang,
does.
right there.
He does a
Throw it
good
down.
job, and
Of course, they were putting the heat on
Right.
on our passer there, too, and he got it away just in time.
Everybody did a good job.
you know,
That was
one
great.
thing we got to remember is Meigs County's kids and coaches work just as hard as Harriman's kids and coaches, and they're going to do some good things. And you know, hopefully you do more good than they do.
That's right.
But you know, all the kids worked hard, and I thought Meigs County played a good football game.
So
We
they-
did some good things, you know.
Well, we had them 13-8, Coach, and now we scored. And so we're behind. We missed the extra point, so we're going to line up here. And good call here. We're going to go for 2 points. Let's see if we can get things caught back up, because who knows what will happen here in the fourth quarter.
We felt like we needed to go for 2 here, and Wayne does a good job getting in the end zone.
So the Blue Devils pick up again in the fourth quarter here with 6:25 to go. Makes the score now 21-8. Let's take a break here, Coach, and for our sponsors, and we'll be right back and pick up with the rest of our ball game in the fourth quarter. Blue Devils now leading 21-8.
Is Deluxe Dry Cleaners, located in Harriman, Rockwood, Oliver Springs, and Kingston. Now, they specialize not only in dry cleaning, but Deluxe Dry Cleaners has a laundry service too, and alterations are available. Deluxe Dry Cleaners, where Monday through Wednesday you can get a 20% discount. That's Deluxe Dry Cleaners in Harriman, Rockwood, Oliver Springs, and Kingston. Deluxe Dry Cleaners, your professional dry cleaning service. Deluxe Dry Cleaners.
At Johnson's Healthcare Center, you will find professional, personal, and loving service for your loved ones. At Johnson's Healthcare Center, you will also find a modern, clean, up-to-date facility that provides the ultimate in care and comfort, and you will find skilled and individualized care, therapeutic diets, and well-rounded activities. There is a quality staff willing to go the extra mile to make Johnson Healthcare a home away from home. Johnson's Healthcare Center is located at the foot of beautiful Walden Ridge and provides a serene and comfortable environment for everyone. Call them today at 882-9159.
We're back live now, fans, here with the Harriman High School Blue Devil homecoming game with the Meigs County Tigers. Blue Devils now leading 21-8. We're in the fourth quarter with about 6 minutes and 25 seconds remaining to play. Let's pick up action now. Blue Devils kick off by Gresham. Ball taken about the goal line, close to it. Good kick by him. Got a good return.
We're pursuing real good on our
Pretty good
kickoffs
coverage,
this
you
game.
know. Again,
Real good.
Meadows kids
Good
a good
pursuit.
run.
1st and 10 on the 29.
There for a second, they had a hole blowed in there, and we just closed it down on it.
Shut the door, so to speak.
Their quarterback dropped the football,
Yeah.
and he picked it up, and
The guy was standing there.
yeah, he ended up getting a good play out of something that.
Well, that happens a lot of times, Coach. You know, you have something like that, and everybody closes on where the point of the action is, and then you can get it out of there, and you're gone.
So they picked up enough yardage from the 29 to the 42. Hand off to this halfback again off the left side
This
of the
guy
line.
just kind of bounces around, and again, we had a few people banged up, and we had to do some changing around, and
Now notice here, Coach, 2nd down and 3. What are they? They were waiting on something else again, but it didn't happen.
they're going to throw the halfback pass, and pretty good coverage considering all the running around they were doing. It's easy for a receiver to get open on a play like that, just like we did the time before.
You got plenty of time to do it. The receivers get open, so it brings up 4th down here.
That was a big play there.
4th down and 1.
Shane McCarroll getting there for us, Coach, I believe, wasn't it? Or was that,
They just barely
yeah,
picked up enough
Mark.
for the 1st down, so it's to the 38. Another good run. Good tackle there by McCarroll.
That was a good job there by Shane.
Sure was.
Back straight up the middle. Brings up 2nd down, 8. 3:30 remaining in the ball game. Blue Devils leading 21-8. Keep in mind if they get a quick 6 here and do a, it could be, but they didn't do it. Quick pitch outside.
We pursued.
Good pursuit there for the Blue Devils.
Cut our end down, which I thought you can't do, but
They had a measurement here, and they didn't catch that over there. So it's 1st and 10 on the 29 now.
good job,
Good job.
Steve Gresham.
Good
and
job.
I don't know who I was there to have us. Good
They
job.
lost about a yard to 2 yards, so it's 2nd down, 11 or 12. Another quick
Cut him
pitch.
in. We're waiting, but we just don't do a very good job tackling up front. Then we chase him down, get him corralled in.
But it still doesn't pick up much yardage, so it's 3rd down, 6 on the 24, somewhere along in there.
That was Jason Taylor.
Either 3rd down, 6.
Those 2 minutes can be a long time football game. Run on middle screen here, and this is a good job, Brett Wright and Jermaine Copeland.
Get that pursuit.
Come up
Copeland and
there.
Wright.
They either lost yards on that or they gained absolutely nothing on it.
Picks up, coach, it's 4th down now and 5. What the hell? Won't come with the pitch
Big.
out now. There he goes. Trying to get outside that end. Almost had him there.
They're
But
getting
you
the
see,
ball
our
down the
defense
field.
didn't let them get going. They still stayed after him over there and was quick. They were quick to get there.
So they've got 4 downs to get it in the end zone from our, 12-yard line, I believe.
Something like that. I believe they actually ended up losing a little ground out of this thing here for it's finally
They're on
we
about to 12.
end up taking the ball away.
Get about 3 on that one.
So you're getting close.
Get more than that. They're down to the 6-yard, 7-yard line now.
They got about 7 on there, 6 or 7, Coach. And they still, I believe, have 2 timeouts at this time.
Right. Got a quick pitch here to
Good
Meadows.
job by Nathan Axe.
That's,
Look at there. I mean, he was on him.
That was a big
Heavy.
play.
Good
That was
play.
a great job,
Nathan. Sure was.
So they got 2 more shots at it.
So you see, you got 36 seconds remaining here, and they've got 2 more downs.
Now they run the reverse
Trying to
pass. all kind of goes through our hands. It's good coverage, goes through our hands, and he was in front of the receiver.
Coach Bell, as you said, that secondary defense has done an outstanding
outstanding
job
job.
on those pass coverages.
We've gotten the ball every game this year.
You know, it's a bootleg and good coverage. Jermaine Copeland intercepts a pass, and that
There's the one for this game.
finishes out the ball game there.
So the Blue Devils intercepted in the end zone. It's a big win, game number 5 for the Blue Devils, makes them 5-0. Score 21-8. Coach Hart, now give us some statistics here for the ball game.
You know, I know in the first half they had about 27 yards offense. They came out in the second half and did it. You know, got a little bit of offense. They were rushed the ball 28 times for 150 yards. 65 of that was on one play. So, you know, defensively, we did a pretty good job. They were 4 of 11 passing for 29 yards. We had 1 interception, so they ended up with 179 yards offense. You know, when you hold a team under 200 yards, you do a pretty good job.
Good job.
For us, we were 2 of 5 passing for 66 yards, and we ran the ball 46 times for 193 yards. So we held the ball a little bit longer than they did, and I think we ended up with about 270 yards offense. So we were, you know, we had a few breakdowns there, but we played hard, and it's good to come out with a win.
Sure did. It was a good homecoming for everyone. We had a good turnout for our fans and for our alumni that came out to watch the Blue Devils. Now, Coach, this game's behind us. You're going to look at your game review for next week. Game number 6 is a district game. It's going to be a big game for Harriman High School. On our schedule, we're going to pick up now is with Roane County High Yellow Jackets. As you can see, on October the 9th, be a big game for the Blue Devils.
You know, we're always excited when we get to play Kingston. Coach King does a great job with them. You know, they've been the top of the district every year. They've lost one district game this year to Rockwood, who's got a good football team. Our kids are excited, and they're going to be ready to play, and we're glad to have Kingston come to our place. We've gone over there the last 2 years, and the kids are excited, and we're going to be ready to play on Friday night.
We're going to look forward to an outstanding game. Coach King and the Yellow Jackets, they do an outstanding job, and we're looking for a big district game, which we're going to try to get everybody up for it. And so we want our fans to come out and support us next Friday night. It'll be a good ball game here in Roane County. We talked to you a little earlier in our pregame this morning about showing previews of some of our homecoming activities at Harriman High School. Our Harriman Cablevision, Mr. Rue, has agreed to give us a little more time, so we're going to show you some activities that we had this past week for homecoming. We're going to pick up now on our homecoming parade, and whenever we come back in a moment for our beginning of this particular activity, we're going to take a break for our commercials, and we'll be right back to show you some highlights of our homecoming week.
The brand name Parts House, Central Auto Parts, 134 East Cumberland Avenue in Kingston and Highway 27 in Harriman. Wheels, accessories, car care products, and friendly, knowledgeable personnel to help you with that hard-to-find part. We're open Monday through Saturday from 8:30 until 5:30. And Sunday, we're even open from 1 till 3. Call us anytime in Kingston at 376-6523 or in Harriman at 882-6700. Central Auto Parts, the brand name Parts House in Harriman and Kingston. Those phone numbers 376-6523, Harriman 882-6700.
Subarus, and we have a great selection to choose from at Earl Duff Subaru, Highway 27 in South Harriman. Number 1 in customer satisfaction, sales, and service in the Southeast region, and number 4 in the United States. Stop in and see the latest big selection of Subaru Legacies that they have in stock for you to look at and test drive. You'll be amazed at this luxury automobile that is sweeping the nation in customer satisfaction and sales. Financing is available at Earl Duff Subaru. Phone number 882-0113. Earl Duff Subaru, Highway 27 in South Harriman. Your Subaru dealer for this area.
We're back live now at Harriman Cablevision. It's homecoming week 1992 at Harriman High School. The senior class sponsored, which sponsors every year, a Spirit Week, which we call it. And we start off with different types of activities for the students to be involved with. Like, for example, on Monday, the students could wear their favorite T-shirts and sunglasses. And on Tuesday, we had, what was Tuesday, Coach? Inside, you wear your clothes inside out. On Wednesday, we had a hat day, and I wore my favorite hat and T-shirt and all that good stuff. And the teachers, we all blend in with the students, and we wear our favorite activities and clothes and things. And so we just have a good time while school's going on. On Thursday, we had our parade and activities taking place on that. And then on Friday is a big blue day, a big day for us, which we have the decorations of the rooms and of the school and the different types of places, our communities, in our community, our businesses in downtown Harriman also displayed Go Big Blue and support for our school, which we appreciate immensely, and their support. We had during the daytime, we have different types of activities taking place which have been planned by Mrs. Kerr and Coach Pickle for volleyball intramural games throughout the day. Then we had the judging after the decorations and the class, freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior class that participated and had the best decorations and followed through with the different types of activities throughout the week. Had a selection, a winner, you might say, at the end of Friday afternoon. And we have a plaque that we display and put in our trophy case for the winning class that participates and takes activities throughout that particular week. And happy to say, I guess, that for the last 2 years, Coach Hart, the class of 1993 has been the winner. And so these activities and things all wound down, and then we had a fantastic pep rally that afternoon. And it's just been a real good week for everyone, and we've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I felt real good about it, and our faculty did too. We just had a fantastic week. And so if we're ready to go now, let's pick up on some action on some things that took place.
smile and I'll get your picture.
That was our homecoming parade. We had a lot of people. We did a real good job. Mrs. Bailey, Mrs. Kerr, Mrs. Powers, our senior sponsors, they did an outstanding job in planning our festivities for these young people. Our students fell in there, did a real good job, and everybody was real excited about it. And we're going to pick up action now. Keep in mind that this is unrehearsed, and I had to view some of the tape till sometime early this morning to try to pick out some things that would be suitable to show on our TV with the time remaining, because we don't have a whole lot of time. So I had to pick out some things for us to see. So we're going to show the homecoming festivities before our ball game at 7 o'clock. Now, let's pick up action on the field. For homecoming 1992 at Harriman High School, the Meigs County Tigers and the Harriman Blue Devils have exited back to their dressing rooms for the last minute plans before the kickoff. We are beginning our homecoming activities. You need to go to 8:10. Coming onto the field is the Court of Honor, which is members of the senior class,
8:10,
and the Harriman High School band playing as they come on.
Nathan Atkins, Wayne Bullard, Stephen Gresham, Chris Randolph, Bob Schubert, Travis Webb.
Our public announcer doing the announcing for this evening's game is Mr. Steve Todd. Our senior sponsors on the field have done an outstanding job. Mrs. Kerr, Mrs. Bailey, Mrs. Mee, our cheerleading sponsors, Mrs. Powers, Mrs. Shipwash. They've all done an outstanding job in practicing and preparing for this particular momentous occasion. Down on the field, number 54, number 6, number 48, 88, number 50, and number 32 are our 6 seniors who will also be escorting for this evening's performance. The different clubs have sponsored a senior to represent their club for Homecoming Queen. They have put up posters, and they are trying to solicit votes from the students. And so yesterday morning, a ballot was made up with all of their names on it, and the student body voted who they would like to be crowned Homecoming Queen 1992. So these particular couples with their escorts will be in the center, at which time the announcement will be made shortly as to who our queen will be. They've just completed their pre-march onto the field in the form of an H, which you can see. band is playing under the directorship of Mr. Mike Kincaid.
The homecoming queen is attended by elected representatives of the freshman, sophomore, and junior classes. The freshman attendants are Mandy Rice and Mitchell Doherty.
It's your freshman attendance.
The sophomore attendants are Julie Mahaffey and Corey Jenkins.
Sophomore attendants are Julie Mahaffey and Corey Jenkins.
The junior attendants are Hope Long and Donnie Perkins.
The junior attendants are Hope Long and Donnie Perkins.
The homecoming queen candidates and their escorts are members of the senior class. Each girl was sponsored by a club or organization in the high school. The entire student body voted for the homecoming queen. The candidates are annual staff, Jennifer Brackett, escorted by Kim Fink.
Annual staff sponsor is taking their position
Band,
first
Jenny
with Jennifer
Rittenhouse,
Brackett.
escorted by Michael Reynolds.
The band with Miss Jenny Rittenhouse.
Beta Club, Tammy Kerr, escorted by Chris Wilson.
I hope that you can hear the announcement through the speakers, so I'm going to repeat some if it comes in. Tammy Kerr is the next
Cross ties,
candidate.
Deborah Achenbach, escorted by Shane Cromwell.
Cross ties, Debbie Achenbach.
DECA, T. Boyd, escorted by Kevin Sargent.
Our DECA club representative is Miss T. Boyd.
Ebony Club, Shalise Martin, escorted by Mel Clemens.
Our Ebony Club sponsor is Shalise Martin.
FHA, Kim Seaver, escorted by Ronnie Taylor.
Future Homemakers of America is Miss Kim Sieber.
Interact, Amy Sewell, escorted by Russell Sewell.
Interact Club is Miss Amy Sewell.
Student Council, Heather Johnson, escorted by Boston Murphy.
Last but not least, our Student Council representative, Miss Heather Johnson. And now you see the Court of Honor and the candidates and the class representatives have taken their place. And now we're going to be receiving
The 1992 homecoming queen is T. Boyd.
So it has been announced that the homecoming queen for 1992 at Harriman High School is Miss T. Boyd, taking her place on the 50-yard line with her flowers.
Escorts are the senior football players. The Queen's banner is presented by Buffy Strickland, Travis Webb, and Steve Gresham.
Buffy Strickland, a cheerleader, along with Steve Gresham and Travis Webb, presenting her with their banner.
The Queen's roses are presented by Melanie Lewis, Wayne Bullard, and Tom Schubert.
Melanie Willis, present the Queen's roses.
Flowers located on Rome Street. The Queen's crown is presented by the cheerleader co-captains, along with Nathan Atkins and Chris Randolph.
And now the crowning of the 1992 homecoming queen at Harriman High School.
Would you please rise for the playing and singing of the alma mater?
We're back live now. Football fans, that was the crowning of the Queen. Congratulations to T. Boyd, an outstanding student at Harriman High School. Matter of fact, all of the candidates were outstanding young ladies. The senior class did an outstanding job. Sponsors and everyone, we think that they are an outstanding group. We appreciate them and their cooperation that they give to us as teachers at Harriman High School. Now we're going to take you to another segment of another tape that was made throughout the week. We're going to bring you into the classrooms, where the classrooms were decorated yesterday morning for competition for the School Spirit Award, which we give out with a plaque. So we're going to pick up action now in the hall with the students taking place. We're going to show you the different rooms, the decorations, and things that are taking place. I think this is interesting. I think it's good that our Cablevision here in Harriman is going to let us have a little extra time to show you some of the things that we do throughout our day and some of our activities. So let's pick up action now on Homecoming 92 at Harriman High School.
Where's Mr. Dawson?
I bet you would ask. Let me picture this. Let me picture this.
Move, man. I'm in the plan.
Andrew, her blue hair in there. Miss me. Hey, that was mine. Here, I don't know how that works. Me.
This is.
Yeah, be sure and get that door up in the lobby.
Cheater, you made my cheeseburger. I thought you were here streaming. Where's that $500? Tell me, Cheater. My cheeseburger last night.
Actually, where should she put that?
Brother, you may hold this in the middle. All right.
I don't know what she's doing. This is definitely the best room to see. Get out of it, Steve. Y'all get in here. You all did it.
Oh, gotta get in here.
Everybody come on, get in here. She's Oh, Ronnie. Hi, Mom. We are ready for you to do this.
So let's turn off the lights.
Turn off the lights.
Hey, like it, Tiger. Hey, like it, burning. Got a fire under his tail. Okay. Turn the light back on. Let me get.
Okay, switch the light back on. Miss Minnie, sit down. Yeah. You don't think what?
I don't think it looks right.
Well, get over there and work on it.
I don't know what to do to it. Set a match to it. It's the plaster craft. It just don't look right on it.
What?
The plaster craft don't look right on it.
Where'd she go? Whitney! You want a picture of their door?
Camera. All right, look. Oh. Hi, Mom. Hi, how you doing? We take care of her. Hey. How you doing? We're gonna win this one, y'all. Put the camera on me. Hey, JJ's gonna win. Oh, don't be around me. Baby. Don't be around me no more. Hit it on. Number one in the state. You got 3 eyes. That boy is smooth, man. Look at that tiger they got hanging up. They might have made a noose or something. Whoever made it need to be shot. You saw that.
Hey!
They got
Ooh, I might get me some tape.
Look, they got a hang down there.
Talking about. Yeah.
Focus in on our spirit juice.
Where is it?
Over here on the mountain. Spirit. You get our bathroom song. It's lovely. Oh yeah. You're scared. How do you scare it? I don't know.
Okay, girl.
Thank you.
What room is this now? This is Mr. Todd's room.
Go look at Mr. Frost.
Is his room still?
I can't believe how they got these rooms set up.
Let her get this the bed.
Say outside.
Bed.
Now, this is what's in the contest?
Mm-hmm.
Is this
Tigers to bed.
a grade or, I mean, is this freshman, senior?
Oh, this is all.
This is resource.
This is,
Ready, girl? Get back over there. Oh, that's good place. Help!
What's this go on? This over
we've also shared all.
Huh?
Look at these people they've made.
Mm-hmm. Where'd they hide their desk? This is Mr. Frog's room. The desks are missing.
There's only 3 there.
Frog's room.
They were at field now.
Hey. This thing keeps yours going so fast.
Harriman and South Harriman High School and the public to this homecoming event. The homecoming court of honor is composed of members of the senior class of 1993. This homecoming event. The homecoming court of honor is composed of members of the senior class of 1993. Included in this year's Court of Honor are the senior football players. They are Ned.
We're back live now at Harriman Cablevision. Homecoming week at Harriman High School. We're going to take a little break at this particular point so we can move forward to some other activities with time remaining, so that we try to show some more activities I feel like that our students and would like to see from the activities yesterday. I want to call also some special attention to our outstanding band, Harriman High School Rhapsody in Blue, under the directorship of Mr. Mike Kincaid and our band boosters. They do a good job always in support of our programs here at Harriman High School, especially during football season. Our band members, they have a fall camp in late August, which they get out and practice and stay at school a whole week. And they work hard in trying to prepare themselves to learn to march and play. And so they do a good job. I also want to call special attention to our cheerleader sponsors, to the job that they do, and our cheerleaders, and especially the job that you do, and the extra time and efforts in making our banners and trying to create a good spirit atmosphere for our student body and our community here in Harriman, Tennessee, and Harriman High School. Our cheerleader sponsors, Mrs. Kerr, Mrs. Shipwash, Mrs. Powers, and also to Mrs. Bailey, that participated, and all those people who participated in our homecoming activities. We did an outstanding job, and I'm well pleased. And so rather than listen to me run a little bit more, we're going to pick action back up in the gymnasium for some more volleyball, and you're going to pick up action here with the men faculty playing, some students there in volleyball. So let's pick up action and let's go back live to Harriman High School.
What's that, BR? I don't know. Heather messed it up.
Need a wide angle lens to get one. The 1992-93 Cheerleaders. These people, co-captains, Bucky Strickland, Melanie Phillips. Senior, Steve Boyd. Junior, Kim Hartman, Emily Ladd, Amanda Lawson, and Hope Long. Sophomore, Jackie Johnson, Amanda Johnson, Alan Booth, Abigail Ward. That is our cheerleaders for the 1992 and 93 season. Take it away. The band, we are going to have for the second year in our role, an election by you, the student body, of Mr. Cheerleader. And the senior sponsor, Wayne. He's still reigning Mr. Cheerleaders, so just keep it cool for a few more minutes. This group's going to do a little routine now. We want you to judge, so that we can decide who will be Mr. Cheerleader 92. Number 6, if you would, with me, the 1992 Mr. Cheerleader, number 3. Let's get ready for the next activity. Let's go. The rules of the game, we're going to have 3 tosses. Each one will toss 1 each, and then they're going to alternate for a 3rd toss. And the one that tosses the cheerleader the highest wins. Now, Mike Lewis and Marcus Wilson are going to toss Bucky. So that's Bucky. Watch the heights now, we want to see. 3, 4, now then, Ricky Gresham and Shane McCarroll are going to toss Emily. She weighs a ton anyway.
Oh, he didn't say that. She weighs a ton.
Slide the mat back out the way. Move it on to next year.
We're back live now at Harriman Cablevision. Students and sports fans, we hope that you enjoyed some of the highlights that we wanted to share with you. Homecoming 1992 at Harriman High School. From a counselor's standpoint of view, and from Mrs. Bowman, our principal, Mr. Powell, our vice principal, and our faculty, we've had an excellent year start off this year. Keep in mind that we're under a new building program in which they're making vast progress toward the completion of our first stage of our new high school at Harriman High School. We've had to combine some classrooms. We had to cut some in two or split them up to where we had to make more room for facilities. Our student body has done an outstanding job this year in cooperating and working with us with the schedules and the programs and things. Keep in mind that On rainy days, we don't have cover for them to walk at times, so therefore they have to walk in the rain and whatever. And to you, the student body, you've done an outstanding job, and we appreciate it very much so. And we had a good day yesterday in honor to you. Mrs. Bowman was the lady that made this possible, and Mr. Powell, and said, this is a day we're going to celebrate for homecoming. We're going to say thank you to you for the job that you have done and made our year a good year. And so to those people, we thank very much for the support that they give us, and to you, the student body, and to our parents and people of our community, we appreciate your support to our school. And so this is Larry Cole, your host for the Blue Devil Review show that we put on. We thank Mr. Rue here at Harriman Cablevision for allowing us to take a little extra time this morning to show you some highlights of some things that we do at Harriman High School. So from me to you, we'll be looking at you next week at 10 o'clock here on Channel 15 and Harriman Cablevision. We want you to have a good week. And before I close off, though, I've almost forgot to say something about it. I'm the golf coach, and our golf team's finished up this past season with the district at Meigs County. The Harriman Blue Devil boys had one player who had a tie for fourth place, which would have placed him in the region play, Shannon Runyon. We had a real good season, and during this playoff that he lost in sudden death. But our golf team did a good job this year. We played real well. I've got a young team.